I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Oh, where did all the men have gone?
Plates and pots!
Thanks, Gal. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast in your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
To me, boy!
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
The finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir.
From the capital.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're on to something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but...
Fierce meat from greens-fed birds.
Now,
One by
do
the
some-
ends, they're quite sought after.
Come on. Thanks, Gal. Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this... Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dallamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looked like black sand to me. That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for all black. Here, before we go, do you mind if we... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to...
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one. We'd better get this
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn get...
Right.
Good day to you. Sid. The crystals we get from it.
Are we had to dig a new cellar?
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in that given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizen.
All right. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You all right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed?
Oh, that. No. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the...
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scrape.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? No use calling Ambrosia now. Ambrosia won't help me here. Not here. Run like the wind. You there?
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin. That'll do, girl.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. and bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And
because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot. His response, however, was, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, the faith I had once held that so I set about enacting I tracked down every soul who served him, but the man himself proved an altogether more with money and power, and so I saw that I would need an army of... I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And?
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we... My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
What can I do for you? Come back again.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. It beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be get...
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be...
Give us a shout.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
And what can I do for you? Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that.
Thanks to Sid, the man
My knowledge is yours. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. Did you learn everything you needed? How good it is to see you, Clive. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Black...
Excellent. One down.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins. I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plans that...
Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
place. Back to the stables, girl. Stay down! Ready, go? Yeah! Slow. Nice try. Nice try. Too slow. Dumb vultures, preying on the trade caravans. You've picked the wrong target. Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need the bigger sword. It should have stayed in its shell.
The most fragrant
now,
herbs.
Dusan, I know you're keen, but...
Oh, where did all the men fall?
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Are you looking for something in particular? Go with Gilbert.
Do you see anything you like? I'll be here if you need me. Keep them pilchards nice and...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Faster! You deserve a rest. To me!
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. Nice try.
I've heard talk of.
I needed that. Nice try. Nice try. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much... Bothered either way.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze, which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
It hasn't been
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at it?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what, if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary knowledge of the past, may...
Thank you, Harbok. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either...
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus. I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, who will...
All right. So, what do we...
I have taken the liberty of preparing...
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from... Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able...
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Talia?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there... We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should...
All right. What shall I look...
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got...
Oi, don't touch anything. And... if that's what you want.
There's talk at the glass...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come and get them up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Well?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. We should get this back to Tomes, then. But... we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat? Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once.
For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too. Well, I think we've tarried long. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome. I'll meet you back at the hideaway.
All right.
I heard you the first time.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
And what can I do for you? It's a relief, thank you. Try not to get yourself killed, eh?
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon. And now that we have all...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right, of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once, when both followed by a rigorous process of testing and retest. Perhaps someone ought to warn you.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hop. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shield...
You found something...
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of...
Brilliant!
Don't thank me.
Right then. Better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest. Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clark. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry?
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we need... But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get...
All right. My mind's, as soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting...
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too, now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? No excuses now, though.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
Obeleth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh. Got some life in her. But anyway, I was on my... Got a letter. Urgent, but...
Thank you, Obeleth.
Don't mention...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Just like when we built this. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharp. It wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after...
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others more.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today. Thanks, Gal.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but
You, however, the chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand...
Well, if I'm going to...
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're
All right.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that.
I'm not sure. I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Yeah. Garuda!
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
After it.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant...
And how exactly will he be getting his...
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so rude. What if we want his help?
Let's go.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. Fly, Ambrosia.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne.
They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly overpowered. But it's not as if we can wait for this to end.
right. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there, believe you me. Yeah. The minute I heard them bandits had blown up Drake's Fang, I packed up me store and pulled me boots on. And so did you, eh? I did have a plan to make me fortune with some baths down by the Dollar Mill Inn. How can anybody sit back and relax in a land that ain't got a whiff of the crystal's blessing no more? And that's when it hit me. If you're looking for lucre, the Dominion's the place to be. Soon enough, half a storm will be headed there. If I can get in first and sell shit.
It's over.
Come on. Run like the wind. Straight home now. Ready, go? More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing. Thanks, Gal.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Well met. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not
exception?
for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Goot, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
My peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
I'll take the large one.
Ah, Goot.
Clive, I'm so sorry.
Slow down, Goot.
It's me trader's pass. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is...
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child.
I know where. I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round...
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm going to check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential and with demand outstripping supply, So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market? Yes, and passes are inscribed with the names of their owners. And yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through.
Which means?
That someone is the same someone who is encouraging, and the same someone who has... Whoever they are, their ruin. Will you stand with? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that catch whoever's behind it all.
Is there any other way of
They won't let you in if you're not with the But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get...
So either we find the people...
All right.
Thank you, but I don't know your name. Eloise.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor, I suggest that you speak with him.
The furniture makers.
Out of my sight, wretch! I know
Come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Take your thirst!
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in... Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh?
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets.
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the...
Their eyes must have lit up when they...
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Can I interest you?
She's asked me to help her.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty. Street urchins, by the sound of it.
Orphans from the war.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're...
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets?
No, you. So if they come calling...
I'll take the large one.
Excuse me.
Cons.
I was just wondering...
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do. So guess what I'm about to...
Sorry.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Any traders pass?
What do you want?
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you.
Well,
we've heard that we need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, really. He said he got a job.
Sounds proper.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the tents outside...
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Porter for hire. Best service.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey, he wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of the...
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our gut.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you...
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going up.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back.
Thank you.
Shit.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to ask you some...
Fine. Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did with it. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him, then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the... Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? Theodore, at your service.
Theodore.
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunt. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their... I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help, but then we all want the same thing.
Oh, where is it?
So, what else? We fight. You get your traders passed back.
All right then.
All right. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft?
Lateney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
This is no time to ride.
That's that then.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here.
Good girl.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! That's the lot.
Soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad.
Aye. Some of our new recruits.
Especially the little ones. And hunt.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck. It's that guard from Bockland. Kill him! Kill them all!
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Ready, go?
Back to the stables, girl.
Auckland.
That's that, then.
Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the past. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only... Speaking of who...
You are too... Here, Clive. Goods.
I will.
Elle, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make... I expect you'll soon... Would it now? Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, that goods to...
I was the first my sister helped escape.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand, and who better to join? Wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose is... So what would you say?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is up.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say... 9 million?
We'll... Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Toggle.
carry your goods.
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance? That might you be convinced to offer me the use of...
How exactly do you intend?
Well, being something of... And I require a rug. Should you accept? Well...
My arms are yours.
Wonderful.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road. And from there, on quickly. There is not a...
Wait. I bet. Make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
I see you've...
Perhaps.
Finding someone. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine. If now Joseph's...
Any idea where his...
The old Joseph's lived a hard...
I can't imagine there are too many...
Daddy!
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want?
Just information. As a...
Now you mention it, there was...
Which way did he go?
I buggered off down the road, I expect. Now, why don't you...
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
Stay down!
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I.
Well, we haven't seen...
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there. Shh, now. I only told him what...
I'd listen to your mother. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here? think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself.
So you spared them?
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren land. And once they've learned to hunt and forage...
I'm impressed.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head... Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Come on.
Yeah!
No. All right then. Who's first?
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That not when such majesty As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such fury. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods. And great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. But we must not dwell upon such. Onward! History awaits.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
To me, boy!
Enough! Still in one piece?
It would seem so. And once more, though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon... Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps...
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you...
Glad to help, but... Didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear, you see, and so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so, here, your reward.
Porter for hire. Best service.
Joseph's fine. He certainly knows his business. He found your thieves all right.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. Thank you for putting my mind at ease.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion.
Bloody crimson caravan scooping up.
If I knew where I
Now I just need to see about getting the work.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate.
What exactly are you celebrating?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66. No, Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knight.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you know of it, then? Clear a gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, but would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little...
Sounds simple.
So you'll do it. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here. There's Aldrich, the porter, Milan, the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the North Gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask. Stop by again when you let them...
I'll be right back. I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter.
That's me right enough. You need...
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrat.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some... I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a...
Out of my sight, wretch!
Jug of snake spit for the road. Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan?
That's me.
The innkeeper's just had... He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go hand...
Wine and ham to spare.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those we get meat from San Brec. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here. Anyway, thanks for the good news.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek.
Well, you found him.
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage. A Gotan 66.
I've never said no to a goat hand.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but... We've got our orders. No papers, no... Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well... You know what? That one...
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Tight-fisted swine.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along.
It's been a while since, and the way I see it, That wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market, and without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's where...
And Morbus.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Right, I'd better prepare.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of goat. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A goat and 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows. But
here they are, the woes of the world.
Never a truer word spoken.
Peaches and pears.
Come on!
Jug of snake spit for the...
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst!
What I really want to be is a rat.
Here you are, Goots.
Me pass? Oh, thank you so much. I'll have to say thanks to Ellen.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone's...
We do, and we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the Stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit. And Goots, I'm sorry.
Nah, that's all right.
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defences.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am.
I
have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
Quickly! Run!
What's happening?
I don't know.
Torgal!
This way.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Guard, watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight. Spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear. The people are to come.
Those were Imperial Dragoons. What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
I just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
Do we have to?
Around! Quickly! Come down! Waken winds! You're finished!
A civil war? Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Board secured, Captain. None of the Emperor's forces remain. Hey, gather the men! We press on to the council chambers. Yes, Captain. What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is completely up. Good. Then all that remains is to dethrone the Pretender.
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go. Ah, a goods lift.
Where in Grigger's name did you come from? Intruders! Defend the gates!
You're finished.
Highness!
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
Who goes there? In the prince's name, none shall pass.
Nice try. Nice try.
Can you see him anywhere?
It must be one of the Dragoon's pets. Let's try.
Something in store for us.
Get ready to move. Too slow.
over.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Goots, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there? Bahamut.
Your Highness, don't do this!
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yod, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
So, what do we do now, then?
We destroy the heart.
We might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out yous need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
do you need out? I've got some good stuff for yous. Is there else you need? How else I can do for you? Is all done then? No. Righto, here you go. You've got everything you need then? Reckon I did a good job. I hope you like it. Is all done then? No.